Hello, everybody. How's it going? It's Junie the Wizard once again, and I took a little break just to recalibrate, kind of, take some space. It didn't feel quite right to, like just keep pushing forward and filming the readings, so I want to, take some space. I feel like I don't even need to explain myself. You get the gist, Sometimes I think maybe the point is you need a break to like recalibrate and then get back to what you were doing. So like yeah, I'm getting back into doing this again and I'm gonna try to see. I feel like doing a quick one today. It's a different time of day. I'm actually supposed to be going to bed pretty soon, so we'll see how this goes. But I just felt pretty called to do a reading, do a little message. So I'll be pretty quick about it and we'll see what we do. So I got the Astro Dice here. Let's see what we get. Got the Moon in the 4th house and Gemini. Very intuitive about what we need to do in order to feel emotionally relaxed. I was talking about going to bed pretty soon, so like yeah, like just knowing that like kind of like the routines of like what we need to do, but also because it's Gemini, it's almost like being indecisive, but like looking at different perspectives too. And with the moon, that's our like emotions, and 4th house too. That's like double like with like just feeling emotionally secure. I feel like is a big theme lately, and also because it's like eclipse season. Like lately, I haven't been keeping up too much with the astrology energy lately. I've just been kind of just focusing on my life lately and my work. But like, yeah, regardless of the energy, just intuitively, I could feel like it just feels very emotional because of like the eclipses lately. I feel like definitely the message is just so far. Definitely about like your personal space, your home, like how you are not only inside your head because it's Gemini too, so like inside your mind, like what thoughts, like kind of what um decision making, like rationale, sort of like looking at it from like your own perspective, and then maybe your significant others. I don't know why that's coming up. Maybe you two share a space together, or maybe you share a space with someone else, or maybe Gemini that could be siblings too, or just people in general. I think just different perspectives or your own perspectives about how you look at your own emotions. Maybe when you reflect upon your own emotions, like how that benefits you. And I'm not going to tell you like how to feel about your own emotions because I feel like you know that best. So I feel like, that's kind of your own kind of territory to pursue. But yeah, sort of that's the message coming up. If you kind of get my vibe, is like you're intuitively feeling, you're really practicing, you're honing in on your intuition. There you go. Learning it. Gemini learning. We're learning more about our intuition and how to like hone in and like make those decisions to like really get what we want, to feel secure, stable, feel like we have a good place to rest. I feel like that's the main message. But I really felt called to like do a quick one today and just see what we got. So let's get these tarot cards, give them a little shuffle. Let's see what we got. Kind of did this really quickly. I wasn't too prepared. I just hopped out of bed and just did this. But I hope to do it more often for y'all, so make this a regular thing. But let's see what we got, the message for today. Alright, 7 of Swords, 8 of Wands, 10 of Pentacles, reversed. So, kind of, I feel like avoiding rest. Things are moving though. I feel like a big part of feeling safe for you is knowing that things are gonna be alright in the end. And things are. Things are just moving quickly right now. And I feel like you don't want to resort to escapism, which is why you're not trying to push away your emotions. You're trying to rather study them and learn them. But things are moving really fast right now. I've been feeling that lately. Like things are just like shit is moving. Shit is moving. Shit has been moving fast lately. And the 7 of Swords, like you feel like you kind of want to maybe like take a shortcut, but you're kind of witnessing that in real time. You're like, oh, I could take this shortcut. I could take the easy route. Because things are moving so quickly, it feels like you want to, like as some sort of relief, but you know that at the end of the day, you're just running away from something, and that's not gonna, at the end of the day, feel fulfilling. At the end of the day, you want to feel fulfilled, and you start from the bottom up. You start from the inside out, you know? I feel like that's kind of the message. I'll get just a couple more. Let's see here. I also have an Oracle deck. I haven't been using it, but let's see. I got the Sun, Wheel of Fortune, Queen of Wands. But the Sun's in the reverse, and so is the Queen of Wands. So I feel like there's definitely life is moving for a lot of us. No doubt about it. It is eclipse season, so it is rather intense right now. But never fear. That's the thing. One thing that I've been learning lately in my life is how to lessen my anxiety and fear and kind of turn that around, work that in my favor, because it's natural to experience fear and anxiety. It's not like the purpose isn't to not feel those emotions, not feel those things, but rather when they come up, feel through them, which is a lot easier said than done. It's said with practice, and trust me, like hearing myself say this like 2 years ago, I'd have been like, shut the fuck up. But I think giving it a shot, I think, is worthwhile. There's something I feel like rest is coming up. Like I feel like sleep, get something, seeing your dreams, something in your dreams. And it's funny because it's like this just moon that I'm focusing on here, probably because I need to go to bed soon. It's not like I'm like necessarily avoiding rest. Like I don't feel like I'm like procrastinating or avoiding anything. I really felt like I just need to come on here. I felt inspired rather. So I don't feel like this is necessarily calling me out, but I feel like it's more of like, and then the Queen of Wands, it's like you're not going to show up your best if you don't feel your best. You know, you get my drift. Like right now I'm kind of comfortable. I kind of like, kind of put something on cozy, I might get into bed, cuddle up. I don't know. I'm just thinking about sleeping. I don't know why I came out here and made a video. But anyways, I'm still gonna upload this. But anyways, sorry for like interjecting about my personal life. But anyways, Wheel of Fortune, the Sun reversed, Queen of Wands reversed. It's basically saying you're not gonna see things fully because things are moving a certain way that may be unclear to you. You're not gonna be at your fullest power to really quite receive that well or express that well. So maybe just a bit more rest, but also about ideas, because that Seven of the Swords and that Gemini, maybe you're taking in too much, overstimulated. And it's giving you these like different ideas. Maybe you like want to act upon something, but maybe it's like just there's like all these things moving, right? And you're like, you can feel the intensity. You know that it's important. Things are flowing, but I feel like it is imperative. It's imperative now to just take a little pause. And then going back. Kind of like how I was saying, like at the beginning, like how it was necessary, sometimes when things happen in our lives, even if it's just for a week, pause or work with what you know. Because with the moon, and it's not like the tarot cards here, but I'm giving that heavy, like we're working with our emotions here, things that we don't quite know solidly. We're working off of ideas, sort of speculation, and all this intense energy. Yeah, that Eight of Wands, things are flowing, that Wheel of Fortune, things are moving. But with this Ten of Pentacles reversed, Sun reversed, Seven of Swords, obviously not a lot of, how do I word this? Basically, I keep hearing get some rest. And I feel like another thing too that I've been learning with myself is because I do struggle with OCD sometimes and being a bit hard on myself. And I feel like the best thing, it can be helpful to know that it's okay to rest, but also to play too. It's not like life is just work and then sleep, and then maybe every now and then if I'm lucky enough I get to play. No, it's like we have every right to go and have some fun, but then also this Queen of Wands is like you're not feeling like you're truly getting what you don't feel like you're quite in the right shoes. Like the shoes ain't quite fitting your feet. You don't feel pretty in them. They're not your color. They're not your style. You don't feel quite you don't feel like you're you quite yet, but all you need is just a rest, maybe a good shower, something like that, and you're figuring it out and you're thinking it, and there's nothing wrong with that, by the way. I mean, that's the thing with Gemini. Like I have a fuck ton of Gemini placements, so it's basically like we're just learning through speaking. Sometimes talking to yourself helps you. Maybe you just need some time alone to talk to yourself, especially with that Moon fourth house. A lot of maybe not solitude, personal time, but basically learning I feel like another message, like learning how to connect with yourself will help you best connect with others. When you're alone in your bedroom taking a little power nap, you'll be able to achieve things better. When you know, like take a nice shower, or if you haven't had a bath in a while, that's maybe something I should do. I haven't had a bath in like years. Like a showering, like yeah, every day for sure, yeah. But like I'm like actually sitting, like maybe light some candles, play some music, like actually sit in water and like relax. Like I don't know. It's giving that, but it's like you definitely like want to catch where like you're skipping past. It's like something about ideas too, like catching the way your mind's thinking when it comes to like how you're viewing stuff and feeling settled down. Because if you want to feel settled down, if you want to feel secure, you want to do it right, right? You don't have to worry about these loose ends that you're gonna have to tie up later. And it's not making you feel your most confident, but that's okay. Because like we're not meant to be feel. The whole point of the Wheel of Fortune is that we go through the different stages in life all the time. We're not, like I said, we're not meant to always feel happy all the time or sad all the time. But then it's not like. Basically, don't judge yourself where you're at. Instead, work with it. Because we all can't be everywhere at once. Have to sometimes feel the flow. And again, like it takes a lot of practice. But again, things are moving so fast lately, I think it's best just to rest. But again, not do anything. But again, feel like you're being pushed to do something because you just want to feel secure. I feel like we need just a little more bit like clarification. Just see where I can go from this. That Wheel of Fortune, because with the eclipse, things are moving. It's just the energy's so intense that you're not able to act at your best. But you have so much. Okay, so this is very interesting. The Magician reversed, but Nine of Pentacles. So there's something being recognized, because I was just like thinking hard. I'm like, how do I word this? Because it's like, I feel like someone just feels like they're just not in the right shoes. Again, Queen of Wands, you're basically just maybe you're in a little, some people would call it like a little funk, but like you need like a little pick-me-up, you know, just to remind yourself of who you are. This Magician reversed, all that basically means is like, maybe you don't feel at your best, you're not, that's the thing, we're always the magician. We're always, I'm gonna turn this up right, because you need to know who the fuck you are. You are the magician. We're all the magician. We're all wizards, baby. We're all warlocks, or we could be who we want to be, basically. That's what the Magician, and that's why the Magician, the freaking cover of the classic Rider-Waite deck, is the Magician card, because, and he has an infinity above his head, because that's reminding us who we are. We're the Magician. We always take the tools in life, whether that's ourselves, working with ourselves, healing ourselves first and foremost, and then working with our money, our assets, our jobs, talking with other people, achieving things in life, goals, wonders, dreams, working with friends, collaborating, basically achieving whatever the fuck we want in life. But you do that working with your emotions, your spirituality, the four elements, the earth, air, fire, water, the ideas and the emotions. You're alchemizing a lot. You're seeing. That's the thing. But another thing, the sun here. Okay, so that's another thing that maybe I was skipping over. It was like, maybe because things are so intense, because the sun here, it's about seeing the truth. Maybe I feel like whoever I'm talking to here, you are in a really abundant place. You know a lot. You're very intelligent. You're very spiritually intelligent. You're very spiritually wise. If you weren't, why would you be watching me? I feel like you wouldn't be this far in this video or this interested in this reading so far if it weren't for like some reason that like you were intrigued to like want to know more. But like basically all I'm saying is like, you've got the power, baby. You've got the power. It's just that, and you've got the tools as well. You do have the tools. You have everything at your disposal, and you recognize that too. You recognize your own beauty and worth, and that's why the Queen of Wands is coming up. It's just reversed because maybe it's not being expressed in the way you want it to its full extent. Because just things are simply happening and changing. And that's the thing I was saying, is that we can't all walk in each other's shoes at the same time. We can't all be at everywhere at once. We can't all be empathetic and sympathetic for everybody at once, even if we wanted to, because that's just simply not who we are. We can't be all 12 signs at once in our chart, even though all 12 signs do exist in our chart. We're only like one sign. You know what I mean? We can only express, be certain type of energy at some certain place and time. Maybe you're stretching yourself too thin, wearing yourself out. Or again, with the sun, I was feeling here, maybe you're being overexposed, oversaturated to everything, spirituality, overstimulated. Maybe you're online too much, or maybe you're, how do I word this? I don't want to say overthinking, because you're thinking good. You're thinking good thoughts. I don't want to, what you don't want to do is dim your light. It's just the light that's out, like you are a light. It's just all this light coming in from the world. You need to make sure that it's not blinding you in a scary way. Because that's the thing, if you overstimulate yourself, there's too much coming in and then you don't know what to do. I feel like you're trying so hard to not avoid the truth that in the end you're still avoiding, or not avoiding, because it's not intentional. You're intentionally trying to be good. If not, we're all trying to better ourselves. We're all trying to do good things and achieve abundance, and we're moving towards it fast. You're moving towards it fast, regardless, no matter what, it's coming. It's just maybe unclear about how to exactly set this up in the long term, which is fine. And again, Moon, 4th house here, very emotional. We're just trying to figure out where we can break ground, which is what the 4th house is all about. It's about setting up our home, setting out the foundations of our home, because opposite of the 4th house is the 10th house, which is your ultimate legacy and status and all that. And government and authority can only be created from the ground up, which is Cancer, the home, which is the home, the foundation of it all. So yeah, basically that's where you're at. But Gemini, you're trying to find out the intricacies of your mind to basically properly work that. You're trying to balance, but also alchemize and integrate all these different viewpoints, possibly with yourself. Maybe you're working on your mental health a lot. I know that that can be a struggle, but definitely, worth always taking care of ourselves. And I apologize if it did get a bit lost or a bit sidetracked earlier, but I was just trying my best to understand this, because definitely the Wheel of Fortune is just sticking out here, because that's been like, definitely there's always this flow of life going that just never stops. Life kind of never stops. But the thing is, once you catch that, and once you realize that, oh, we're all a part of it together, we're all in this together, we're not really a separate or apart, we are all abundant, we can all achieve what we want, and we're all worth it. Man, that's beautiful. And I hope that you love this message and you keep going. I hope you keep going for what you're going. And on the back of the deck, we've got Temperance here. So yeah, you're just alchemizing. You are just alchemizing. You're just balancing. You're going towards your goals and dreams. You're going towards it. It's just maybe you're just learning how to keep one foot in the water and one on solid ground. Staying grounded while also staying connected to spirit. And I know that I work on that every day. We're all works in progress, honey. We all can't be perfect. But that's why I'm here, is because I'm here to help encourage you on my journey, is because we're not here to be perfect. We're here to just simply uplift and help each other. And we all have something at the end of the day worth offering the world, which is why the 10 of Pentacles, see, even if these cards pop up reversed, that means that there is a potential to achieve the highest potential of that card. And that's why the 10 of Pentacles came up in the first place, honeys, because you're going places. You're creating foundations, you're creating castles for yourselves, homes, children, dogs, pets, families, stories to tell. You're going to achieve it all one day, and you're worth it. I'm turning all these cards upright because that's the thing, is that you're achieving it. It's just whenever I see a card reversed, that means you're working really hard to try to get that energy. And the card wouldn't come out for a certain reason. Like, nope, like that energy is still there. That's why the magician is here. You're trying to alchemize. You are trying your very best to use your tools. Not saying you're doing anything wrong. Trying is still trying. And I feel like whoever's watching this, I hope that they can find some solace by me letting you know that, first of all, you're not alone. You're never alone. I see you. I see you trying. You're doing your goddamn best, and you're out here working. Like, things are moving. And we're all trying our best to just go with the flow of life. So I do want to wrap this up here. So yeah, you are not alone. I love you, and I see you, and I want you to keep trying for what it is that you're working for, because there is success, abundance ahead. We're all just trying to find our right outfit, find our right shoes, feel our best. We can't look our best and actually achieve our best if we don't feel our best first. So maybe take that shower, or I don't know, maybe it's self-care. So you'll know what it is. You'll know what it is. Whatever called out to you when I was talking about all those things, you'll know what it is that came to your mind. So I'm just gonna get a card real quick. Really want to make it quick, but I never use this deck, so hopefully we'll just get a quick little cute message. We've got Metamorphosis and Let Go, Bury. I feel like that couldn't have been clearer. I have been noticing a lot of like kind of the symbolism of like the caterpillar and the butterfly lately. Is that kind of like, you know, in like science class, and when we're learning about like when like they form the cocoon and like they're going through that whole metamorphosis phase, you kind of turn the caterpillar itself, it turns to like gush and like mush and goo and like slime. Like it literally decomposes into like a liquid and then reforms itself into like a butterfly. Like, isn't that awesome how like nature can just do that? Like, it literally was this whole being that was crawling as a worm, just like eating leaves, and then it created its own little cocoon, went into it, and like a little, and like it turned into a slime, and then came out as like a beautiful butterfly, and then grew wings, and it could fly. Like, it used to, it could crawl, but now it can fly. Like, just think about that. Sometimes things feel weird, things feel a little bit uncertain, or a bit like, ooh, I don't even know what to think about this. I don't even feel like myself, but eventually you will. And then you'll be like, oh, now I can go places. But in order to do that, you need to let go first. So I feel like definitely look at what it is, think about what it is you need to think about, and you will know. Because at the end of the day, there ain't no hiding from what we need to face. So I feel like that's the message, simply. Just keep going. 1 foot in the water, 1 on solid ground. So keep your head in the clouds, but stay connected. Stay connected. And don't shy away from what it is that you know you need to do, but again, be real with yourself. Like, I feel like you'll know what it is because it's very personal. And you're still learning about yourself. I think I'm going to leave it off there. But I hope you have a blessed one, and I hope you have a good one, and I hope that this message finds you well. Sending all my love and hoping to film more messages soon. Okay, take care, y'all.